Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IS. This is Takkar Rapid Series and we have started with the new session, new season we can say for next year prelims examination 2024, and this is class 4 now. Students, will discuss today 10 MCQs based on the 2nd June 2023 current affairs. The lead topic is which principles guide UN peacekeeping. But yes, as we have started the new initiative, first of all we'll discuss today's quotation and look at the quotation. We'll have a brief discussion of 2-3 minutes on this quotation. This is kind of motivation to your studies preparation, and it will help in your essay and ethics preparation also. Thereafter we'll discuss today's 10 MCQs. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Thomas Alva Edison. Who was this personality? जिन्होंने बल्ब का जो है डिस्कवरी किया था, ही इन्वेंटेड बल्ब, राइट. सो थॉमस अल्वा एडिसन, वी आर अवेयर अबाउट दिस साइंटिस्ट एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लेट्स से कोटेशन. It is applied to our day-to-day life in we can say the pursuit that we are having towards this examination, UPSC examination. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. Now many times what happens is we fail in our let's say different exams. Let's say you are giving any test series. Let's say at Lukman IS you are doing the Takkar test series. Throughout year you are going to solve 140 plus tests. Now in suppose you have fared very low marks in some of the tests. Now you may feel low and you may always feel giving up. You may feel always giving up. Now this is a weakness that UPSC aspirant is having, the weakness that we should overcome, and then only we can say the consistency will be achieved. One should know that to achieve something one should start the journey towards that aim, that goal, and to remain consistent is very important to achieve the end. ठीक है, तो आपको स्टार्ट करना ज़रूरी है, बट एंड जब तक आएगा तब तक आपको कंसिस्टेंट रहना ज़रूरी है. देन ओनली यू विल अचीव दैट एंड. सो यस, गिविंग अप इज़ नो ऑप्शन फॉर यूपीएससी एस्पायरेंट्स. ये आपके माइंड में रखना है. यस, देयर विल बी अप्स एंड डाउन्स थ्रू आउट द जर्नी ऑफ दिस प्रोसेस. आपका प्रीलिम्स अभी इस साल खराब गया होगा, डोंट वरी, डोंट गिव अप. ओके, आपको ये समझना है कि यूपीएससी ने 6 अटेम्प्ट इसीलिए दिए हैं कि ये एग्जाम एक अटेम्प्ट में या 2 अटेम्प्ट में शायद ना क्लियर हो, बट यस इट कैन बी क्लियर्ड इन 4th, 5th and 6th attempt also. There are many examples who have come top 10 in 6th attempt also. So that's why you should not give up here. The most certain way to succeed is always to have just one more time, or to try just one more time. Wake up tomorrow every day is a new day, and start doing the things that you are supposed to do. Okay, तो give one more try. हर चीज़ के लिए आपको एक बार और ट्राई करना चाहिए, and yes, you will see the result. You will be faring better than yesterday. The way you failed earlier in the same attempt, you will next time you may pass. ठीक है, तो this is applied to your day-to-day life also, and this is how essay topic can be also there. You can apply it in every aspect of your life. After becoming IAS also there will be many hurdles. ये सारी चीज़ें आपको पता होनी चाहिए. That's why we have taken this quote here. Fine. Now let's start with the first MCQ. But before that, the 10 MCQs we have framed here. ठीक है, the 10 MCQs we have framed. ये clearly दिख रहा है आपको? एक बार देख लो. ठीक है, right. So the 10 MCQs are UN peacekeeping mission continuously in news, UN peacekeeping, Central Electricity Authority, lithium mineral in India, International Criminal Court, monetary policy of RBI, research and development to a leader in developing futurist, or the kind of investment that we have in R&D in the country as compared to the GDP. Then tropical cyclone, sentinel species. What are sentinel species in the ecology? Then nationally determined contributions of UNFCCC, Paris Agreement, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Recently virtual summit happened. So let's solve the first MCQ based on UN peacekeeping. ठीक है, so which are the principles that guide UN peacekeeping? Look at the MCQ. PYQ we can say that on the basis of UN, United Nations. So international organizations, very important topic we can say for our prelims examination, and they generally ask questions related to UN and UN bodies and other important international global institutions as well as regional institutions, regional bodies. So likewise, at present UN peacekeeping is in news. Why? It is celebrating 75 years of its establishment. It was established in 1948, and yes, India has been active in contribution towards UN peacekeeping. The principles which guide, ठीक है, तो yes, consent of the parties, impartiality and non-use of force except these two in self-defense and defense of the mandate that is given to that particular force. Okay, so we can say that all of these are the principle, all four are the principle that guide UN peacekeeping. We are expecting question as 75 years of its establishment. Okay, fine. Now let's move on to next question. Look at this question here. Okay, the explanation is there in the description of this video, the file, you can download it and later on read in detail explanation. Now this question is related to Central Electricity Authority. Look at the question in 2022 UPSC prelims examination related to Coal Controllers Organization, its mandate and what are the different things that it does. यहाँ पे भी उसी तरीके से क्वेश्चन के स्टेटमेंट्स फ्रेम किए गए हैं. The only difference is the new way of option framing this year that UPSC has adopted. ठीक है, पहले इस तरीके से आता था, इसमें काफ़ी एलिमिनेशन मेथड यूज होता था, बट दिस इज नाउ वी कैन से बिकमिंग मोर डिफिकल्ट विद द न्यू काइंड ऑफ फ्रेमिंग ऑफ ऑप्शंस. Now let's solve the question. CEA specifies the technical standards and safety requirements for the construction and operation, maintenance of electrical plants and electrical lines. This is correct statement. Do not get confused with CEA and CERC, Central Electricity Regulatory Commission. Okay, this is different than Central Electricity Authority. This has been there under Electricity Act of 1948. This has been established under this, and the CERC has been established under Electricity Act of 2003. Both are statutory bodies we can say, but having different mandate. ये जो है वो tariff decide करने के लिए है, regulations के लिए है, but this is for making standards related to transmission of the power lines and all, maintenance of electric plants and electric lines. तो ये transmission से related है, construction से related है, but this CERC is having different mandate we can say. It is the source of statistics on India's current electricity needs, future growth. This is true. 5 year, after every 5 year it gives one plan, this CEA, and this plan is having this data. This plan is having this data. Now it regulates the tariff of electricity. Incorrect. This is the function of CERC. And it issues licenses to person for transmission and trade. Again it is function of CERC. So 3 and 4 is incorrect. Only 2 is the correct answer. Only 2 is the correct answer. Okay, fine. Now ये देखिए, Central Electricity Authority is talking about the kind of power we have generated. सारा डेटा वाला जो एस्पेक्ट है कंपाइलेशन का वो ये अथॉरिटी करता है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which with reference to lithium mineral in India, consider the following statement. Yes, see here similar kind of question is framed in past by UPSC related to sand, minor mineral, major mineral, and which authority, central government, state government it comes under. उसी तरीके से ये भी statements frame किए गए हैं. Okay, so yes, look at these statements now. It is a critical and strategic mineral mentioned under first schedule of Mines and Mineral of Act of 1957. See, the first schedule is having important minerals that are mentioned here, और यहाँ पे जो भी चीज़ है rather central government ज़्यादातर देखता है. Okay, so yes, this is correct that lithium is mentioned under first schedule. State government can grant mineral concession for lithium minerals if it is located within the boundary of that state without approval of central government. Now one should know the exact provision here. What is the exact provision? In general, state government can grant mineral concessions for different minerals that are falling within the boundary of that state without central government let's say approval. But there is exception. What is that exception? Those minerals which are mentioned in first schedule of this act, there the approval of central government is required for any concession that is to be provided by the state government, and that's why lithium comes under first schedule. तो ये सही नहीं है. Second statement is incorrect. The Geological Survey of India under Ministry of Mines is responsible for surveying and exploration. This is true. This is the authority for exploration of lithium mineral in the country. So 2, that is B is the correct answer here, only 2. B is the correct answer, only 2. Fine? Okay. Who should own the world's lithium? ये सारा चीज़ अभी न्यूज़ में है, and lithium is going to be the important critical mineral for future. lithium ion batteries है, बाकी electronics में भी बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है. Now yes, International Criminal Court was in news in past few months. Why? Because it issued arrest warrant against Russian President Mr. Putin. ठीक है, अब ये अभी आपको पता होना चाहिए that Russia is not a member of ICC, and that's why it cannot directly you can say arrest Putin. But now there is BRICS summit in South Africa. And yes, Putin is invited to this BRICS summit. Okay, now as a member of ICC, South Africa is obliged to arrest Mr. Putin when he enters into the territory. ठीक है, तो इसलिए ये फिर से न्यूज़ में है. Now ICC is, we can say that, the International Criminal Court located in Hague, Netherlands, where its seat is located, Hague, Netherlands. It is not UN body. Remember, at present about 120 members are there. India is not member. India, US, China, Russia ये members नहीं है. They are not members. This particular body has been formed through Rome Statute. बोलते हैं उसको. This was adopted in 1998 and came in force in 2002. It came in force in 2002. Remember this basic information about ICC. ICC is completely different than ICJ, which is one of the component, or we can say body of United Nations. ICJ, International Court of Justice, again which is located in Hague, Netherlands, Peace Palace. ठीक है? Okay, so International Criminal Court, it is, let's say, having jurisdiction under Rome Statute, and Rome Statute mentions the crimes which are let's say investigated or having jurisdiction by this ICC. All these 4, the crime of genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, crime of aggression. So all these 4 are part of Rome Statute or the jurisdiction of this ICC. Fine? Okay. Let's move on to next question. Okay, so RBI's monetary policy, and you should be knowing how UPSC asks question related to Reserve Bank and the kind of different tools that are available, monetary policy, how it influences the economy in the country. Right. Now, consider the following statements related to. Now it must be clear properly. ठीक है. So, the new way of framing of the options and question. Statement 1, neutral stance suggests that central bank can either cut the rate or increase the rate. We are talking here about, we can say, repo rate or policy rates simply, जिसको repo rate हम बोल सकते हैं. So yes, neutral stance suggests this thing, that it can either increase the rate or cut the rate in next bi-monthly review of monetary policy committee. Neutral stance. This stance is typically adopted when the policy priority is equal on both inflation and growth. Yes, that is true. Why? Because if suppose there is increase in, supposed to be increase in inflation rate, then it will increase the interest rate in the next review. Or suppose the inflation is cooling down, then to promote the growth, to support the economic growth, it will reduce the interest rate. इस तरीके से आपको पता होना चाहिए, and that's why statement 2 is correct explanation of statement 1. B is the correct answer. Sorry, not B, pardon me. Of course, it is A that is correct answer. It is the correct explanation. Both statements are correct. A is the correct answer, right? Okay, so RBI and its monetary policy, you should be very clear with this. Now, next question. It is related to GDP calculations and sorry, not GDP, R&D and the kind of expenditure we have on R&D sector, research and development. Now, India's gross domestic expenditure on research and development, इसको हम बोल सकते हैं GERD भी short term है. Gross expenditure on research and development is greater than 5% of GDP. Can you imagine? ऐसा तो है नहीं ना. अभी तक हमारा health का भी नहीं है, education का भी नहीं है इतना. So yes, it is at present 0.65%. It is about 0.65%. Okay, so remember this. The top 10 countries in the world are having average of 3%, 3 to 5%. India का 0.65% है. So it is incorrect statement. And when we got the first one as incorrect, simply we got the answer. Indian government sector, that is public sector, contributes highest share to the total R&D personnel. This is correct. So, and that's why D is the correct answer. The business sector or private sector is having less expenditure and less personnel involved in the R&D in the country, and that's why it is not boosting the sector as such. तो ये आपको याद रखना है, ठीक है? 0.65% at present. D is the correct answer. Consider the following statements about tropical cyclone. There is one tropical storm being developed in Pacific Ocean along the coast of Japan. तो वहाँ पे that's why it is a news. Basics we have asked here. How many statements are correct? Again, cyclone से किस तरीके से question आया हुआ है, past का reference दिया हुआ है. Okay, so eye wall has the strongest surface winds in the tropical cyclone. This is true. This is correct. In the structure of the cyclone, there are largely three parts. At center, it is eye, which is having we can say circular area with the fair weather and very slow winds which are subsiding down, clear weather we can say. So I is roughly circular area, fair weather found at the center of the severe tropical cyclone. यहाँ पे subside होता है feeble winds. Now eye wall is the region where we have extensive cumulonimbus clouds. The wind is spiraling up like this, and the convectional movement of the wind is there. So both statements are correct. Now moat is the region of or we can say between the eye wall and the outer spiral bands. ठीक है, तो जो क्लाउड्स है ना, दो क्लाउड्स के बीच का रीजन जो होता है उसको मोट बोला गया है. This is not mentioned in NCERT or the standard reference books generally. That's why students should be aware about such terminology. So it is also correct statement, and we can say all three statements are correct here. All three statements are correct. Okay, ठीक है. Now related to ecology and environment, this question it is talking about different species. An ecosystem will either cease to exist or will be altogether different in the absence of sentinel species. What are sentinel species? Sentinel species are very sensitive to the changes in the ecosystem, and they are sensitive towards the accumulation of toxins in the ecosystem, in the food chain we can say, through bioaccumulation. And that's why what happens here is these sentinel species can be the indicator, like indicator species. They are the indicator of health of ecosystem. Now an ecosystem will be either cease to exist or will be altogether different in the absence of sentinel species. ऐसे नहीं होता है ना. ये कौन से species होते हैं? ये keystone species होते हैं. उनको क्या बोला गया है? Keystone species. In the absence of these species, the complete ecosystem will be wiped out or will be completely different. तो ये incorrect है. Now, butterfly, zebrafish, lichens are the examples of sentinel species. This is correct statement, and that's why answer here is 2. Question can be on keystone species or sentinel species both. Now, both concepts are clear. Okay, fine. Ninth question, we are talking here about the internally determined or nationally determined contributions that we have towards Paris Agreement of UNFCCC, and we have to identify again number of correct statements. NDCs are commitments made by the countries under the terms of Paris Agreement and are required to be updated once in a 10 years. Factually incorrect. It has to be updated every 5 years. Every 5 years. Incorrect. India committed to achieve about 70% of cumulative electric power installed capacity from non-fossil fuel based energy source by 2030. 70% नहीं है, ये 50% है. We are aware about the factual information. It is incorrect. India's NDC does not bind it to any sector specific mitigation obligation. This is true, we can say. Overall economy we are talking here, not any particular sector specific obligations are given, and that's why only one is the correct answer. Only one is the correct answer. Fine? Okay. Shanghai Cooperation Organization, recently India hosted the virtual summit. Okay, so that's why it is in news. SCO at present there are total 8 members and 9th member is going to be Iran. Okay, yes. Now statement 1, Shanghai Cooperation Organization is the world's largest regional political, economic, international security and defense organization. This is correct statement, we can say. It is regional, but it is political, economic and we can say defense organization. RATS is that mechanism, we can say, related to defense and terrorism. Right. Statement 2, since its inception in 2001, SCO has mainly focused on regional security issues, its fight against regional terrorism, ethnic separatism and religious. This is true, and for that for regional anti-terrorism squad. ठीक है, RATS is the system, we can say. So yes, this is correct statement second, but it is not the correct explanation of first statement. So both are individually correct, but statement 2 is not the correct explanation of statement 1. Okay, so B is the correct answer. Okay, so these are the 10 MCQs for today's, right? So Takkar test series schedule is finalized. Soon you will get within 1 or 2 days. And if you inquire at the management, they will tell you the details about the test series that we are starting from the 1st July. Takkar test series is integrated test series at Lukman IAS. Let me give you a brief idea about it. The total number of tests will be more than 150, wherein all sections of your syllabus will be having practice. Be it related to prelims examination, within prelims you can have GS, current affairs, CSAT, everything will be practiced there. Now talking about the phase wise, let's say schedule, like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Phase 1 is till December and there will be integrated study or practice of your mains as well as prelims examination there. Talking about the phase 2, where dedicatedly prelims examination preparation will start with the integrated concept classes, we call it as PT100 program, with that phase 2 program of your prelims examination. And phase 3 again there will be after prelims, there will be mains test series, and phase 4 is the interview guidance program. So in this manner there will be a detailed schedule provided to you for next 1 or 1.5 year till your mains or interview we can say program, and you can completely follow this program. Let other things be assured that everything will be taken care in this test series. Fine. So you can inquire about it at the management, the front office, and if you want to join, because it is having very minimal fees as compared to similar programs in the market also. Fine. Okay, let us stop. Thank you.